Let me tell you a story. I was a developer at a company. Um, I won't say much more than that about the company, but I found some pretty damning security issues. Um, Not like advanced stuff, just like really obvious, like, oh my God, this shouldn't be happening. I found plain text API keys in our production code. Um, that's just bad. The keys don't expire, so they could be stolen at any point and used at any point. And worse off, we already had them exposed and used by hackers. They cost us like $30,000, um, and nothing was done. This is the approach that some companies take to security, but when bringing this up and other security issues, the response was, "Oh, security? We take care of security. We have an annual pen test. We have an annual pen test, so we're good." um, if you don't know what a pen test is, it's just a penetration test. It means they hire hackers or security consultants, whatever, to get into the system. They say how they did it. They give you a nice big report, and then the engineers internally in the company spend time mitigating those security issues so that by the time the next pen test happens, they won't be able to get in. That's the general idea. But it's not that simple. So for one, these issues that I found as a developer at the company, they were pretty obvious, but they weren't found by the the people we hired. Now, why is that? I don't know. One is these people, they don't actually have a lot of time to do the penetration tests, right? So I think the scope of a pen test, from what I've heard from my friends, is like it can be like anywhere from 2 or 3 days to like 1 week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe at the longest a month. But I think generally a week and less. That's like the scope. And there's not a lot that you can do, I think, in that time as an attacker, especially if you're balancing multiple clients as a penetration tester. You just don't have a lot of time to dedicate to that company. The second thing is sometimes it's like technology specific, the issue, or it's like product specific even. Like this company that I was at, you had to understand what our product was doing to understand that we were like a vital member of a software supply chain. So as people, as a company who pushed code to many other people, we had like an extra security risk in that and were juicier to attackers. But regular pen testers, they don't cover that kind of stuff. Now, I want to be a penetration tester, but yeah, I mean, like hacking companies in a legal way, that sounds very fun to me, as most people. But I'm really scared, worried, concerned that I'll end up at one of these companies that does these surface level pen tests. I've even heard that some of these places, they just kind of run their mass vulnerability scanners and leave it at that. You know, I mean, they're just not really going deep enough for my liking. How do you get a job at one of the better companies? I don't know yet. I mean, I'm gonna try, obviously. But yeah, it's crazy to me that you could have a job that sounds so cool and then really it's so boring. I don't know. Um, why is it like that? Maybe it's a talent shortage. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot more companies asking for pen tests than there are like qualified attackers, qualified hackers. Um, Maybe it's just that companies really aren't that interested in going deep on their security. So even if you were to present like these extra details in a report, they wouldn't appreciate it so much. There's something that is not intuitive about pen tests, is that actually the better you do, the more you risk upsetting the IT department. I mean, that's nuanced. Ideally, the IT department would say, yes, thank you, you found the thing, we're going to fix it. But it's kind of like they could also be embarrassed, at all the vulnerabilities you found. Maybe it makes them look kind of bad. So it's a balance, I guess. That's to say that maybe IT departments aren't really incentivized to hire the most skilled penetration testers. I'm not in the field. I just have friends who are, and I ask a lot of questions. But man, am I curious about this stuff. How does one end up at the right company? Not one of these companies that just scans and then moves on. We'll see. We are 395 hours into the Noob to Elite journey. Thanks for tuning in. This is week, I don't know. Peace.